native man itself get their own tactics where themselves they do. So waiting now they doing that day for like when I go assure people and say on security one safe and it's new strategy they wanna get for the come up with.
Somebody a spokesman for the police for like and can divulge every little security detail we will undertake for counter the criminals. There's like if they expose the plans to the criminals and then say we find a way for counter. Of course, one the way routine we know them. Those ones we get for the patrols, targeted race. Those ones are routine. It just depends on the intensity we go do. For every one incident will happen, we learn lessons from those incidents and see how we properly structure. We patrols how we properly structure the race, how we properly structure the security maneuverings way for we able to get at we say criminality and forbidden trade. The police for always do the level best to make sure say they're able for reduce crime rate, and that's what we have been doing and we'll continue for doing.
That's the head of media and the Salone Police, Brema Kamabi, they talk to Princess Pias inside that interview there.
We will continue with the program Good Morning Salone, and the time for most studio clock now 7:37. We take one power headlines to read them. Also, the lead investigator for the Youth Village Project na Kabbalah, ASP Lance and Avandi, don't confirm that the Commission of Inquiry say na the Paramount Chief na Kabbalah bin tell am say the first-time Minister of Youth Affairs by Mahmoud Bangura bin tell am for pull 300 million loans per the 1 billion loans we then give as compensation for the land for Seka the Youth Village Project. ASP Lance and Avandi talk this before Justice George Will na court instrument 64 room number 1. Also is saying a mistake they make na the document where it presents to the commission where the defense lawyer for the first-time Minister of Youth Affairs by Mahmoud Bangura in lawyer I Mansari be the cross-examine also he refer to the minister as ministry. We own Elizabeth Campbell be then at the commission and he gonna report.
The Youth Village Project, where the Ministry of Youth Affairs been start for implement inside 2013 and 14. Na Kabbalah, also the Ministry of Youth Affairs, under the first-time Minister of Youth Affairs, Honorable Almami Kamara, through government, been show interest for 1,000 acre land for develop recreational activity for youth them na Kabbalah, where the ministry been promised for pay the land owner them, but 2,500,000,000 loans as compensation fee for the land. But then be only receive 1 billion loans from the first-time Minister of Youth Affairs by Mahmoud Bangura, where later the first-time Vice President Victor Bokarifo they make pronouncement for transfer the youth village na mile 91, where been cause kuskas and be lead to the death of 2 people them na Kabbalah. All them talk here na statements where the investigator for the youth village projects na Kabbalah, ASP Lansana Vandi, been take from the Paramount Chief na Kabbalah. ASP Lansana Vandi been testify before the commissioner na court instrument 64 room number 1 this BNTM as he said the Paramount Chief been tell him say the first-time Minister of Youth Affairs by Mahmoud Bangura been tell him for put 300 million loans and the 1 billion loans where them been give as compensation fee to the landowner them na Kabbalah. Where the defense lawyer for the first-time Minister of Youth Affairs by Mahmoud Bangura, lawyer Ayman Sare, been a cross-examine the witness, but the 300 million loans couple, where he said the minister been asked the Paramount Chief for pull pan the 1 billion loans. The lead investigator for the Youth Village Project na Kabbalah, ASP Lansana Vandi, confirms say that the Paramount Chief na Kabbalah been tell him say the first-time Minister of Youth Affairs by Mahmoud Bangura been tell him for pull 300 million loans pan the 1 billion loans couple, where then give as compensation to landowner them for the Youth Village Project.
And you stated in your evidence in chief that Mr. Pai Mahmoud Bangura requested that the Paramount Chief gave him a sum of 300 million loans, correct? From the 1 billion loans that he paid to him.
Yes, no. That was what the Paramount Chief told me. That out of this 1 billion loan, the same minister requested 300 million loans.
This be make lawyer Ayman Sare. They asked the witness for read waiting then at the document where he presents to the commission. Also, they refer to the minister and when a ministry did it. ASP Lansana Vandi say, now mistake they make na the document where he presents to the commission. Also, he refer to the minister as ministry.
Is it minister or ministry? Please read what is in the report.
That out of this 1 billion, the same ministry, that is what is written here, but it's a topographical error.
The same ministry, please
request.
read.
That is what I've read. That out of this 1 billion, loans. The same ministry requested 300 million loans as their own share for bringing the project to the achievement. That is what is here. Where is the topographic?
No.
It's the ministry, which by Mahmoud is the head of that ministry.
Thank you. So you would agree with me that there is nowhere in that report that indicates that Mr. Bai Mahmoud Bangura requested for the sum of 300 million euros.
Well, as I've read now, it is not written here, but it is in the statement
Thank you
of
very
the
much.
Paramount.
Thank you very much.
ASP Lansana Van de Keyon say all the information them we together. Now the youth and stakeholder them na Kabbalah give them all the information they yeah. But this the defense lawyer for the first term Minister of Youth Affairs by Mahmoud Bangura, lawyer Hyman Sare, say the witness no they talk the truth before the commission. As he say the allegation them where the witness make against his clients not to true. The court can be adjourned to Wednesday, April 3rd for Radio Democracy. Mina Elizabeth Campbell, the report.
The program is still a listen to na Good Morning Salone. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We look at other issues now inside the program. Also, one special forensic audit report where foreign and Salone auditor them don't come together for do. They don't pull the reports now do for 4 major sector them. Also, them fair notice some past government workman them been used over 1 billion United States dollar. This make the Minister of Finance, Jacob Joseph Safado, ask them people here where they name the report for pay this money back pay the money back by June 30 this year. Jacob Joseph Safa talked this to journalists them at the Ministry of Finance Tuesday, April 2nd, where even they talk about the team them where over 50 auditor them where come out Tanzania, Ghana and Kenya Fenot, now the first sector them outside and do the reports. Khadija Bangura been there outside them Polanado and Gona reports.
When President Bill take up office inside April last year, he declared war against corruption and promised Salone people say he go fight and tap corruption at the country. From that time day to now, President Bill they put measures in place through the Anti-Corruption Commission. The government transition team report will lead to the commissions of inquiry where they carry on now. Although this inquiry they carry on, this being time, over 50 auditor them where come out Kenya, Ghana and Tanzania been can do special audits na 4 major government sector them. Outside the auditor they are alleged na the report say some past government workman them been thief over $1 billion from the energy sector, telecoms, roads and assets. But waiting lead to this special forensic audit report, Jacob Joseph Safana, the Minister of Finance, he be explained.
I assumed office in May, effectively, 2018. I realized there were more leakages in the system than we knew because the arrears figure kept changing every month. In consultation with the team in the Ministry of Finance, we decided to request for special audits, special technical audits. Technical in the sense it's performance-based. It was beyond the usual financial audits. It really went down, drilled down the performance of contractors, the quality of work they did here and there. We didn't want a situation where someone was going to accuse us, quote unquote, the usual witch hunting. As mandated by law, we approached the audit service early on.
Normally, how it on the talek, that the Auditor General in office every year can audit ministry, department and agency them, and later table then reports na Parliament, so that Parliament go debate and make recommendation to government through the Attorney General in office. But this special audit report, the Minister of Finance Jacob Joseph Safa say, it not get nothing for do with the Auditor General in reports where he get for pull nado. And self is say the Anti-Corruption Commission can use this special audit report as the source for do their own investigation then.
But somebody may want to ask, why has it not laid before Parliament, but rather we are getting it to the public? This was a special audit requested by the Ministry of Finance on behalf of government in line with the GTT report. We didn't take a look at all the sectors because we thought not that they were not critical, but we thought it makes meaning to look at high spending areas. So the audit was restricted to 4 areas because we know a lot of money was spent. The energy sector, my estimation by then was over 300 million was already expended, but I was proved to be even wrong at that time.
Jacob Joseph Safa continues say the team of auditor them we been do this special audit na the 4 major government sector them been fair not say then people here with the name then at the report them be they award contract to the wrong contractor them and safe no be they use the right procedure them for give the contract them. same way so it say some government institution them be they give advance payment to contractor them we not been begin for do the work it and save somebody work them where the contractor them be they do Jacob Jusu Safa say not get value for money. Now all here make the Minister of Finance give them people there till June 30 this year for let them pay the couple them back where this particular report alleged say they been thief from the country. If then can report here they come out outside foreign auditor then they allege say past government workman them been thief the country in couple. What in this mean to Salone governance system? I put this question to Marcella Sambasi say when are the executive director for campaign for good governance?
You know, the report's so damning. And one of the things that we personally are worried about as, you know, somebody within governance and representing an institution with the work on governance, this don't bring with fragility. It don't affect with fragility index. It don't show how we do governance business in this country. For sure, say any kind of thing can happen. So fundamentally, there is a problem.
We then can plenty couple here where the Minister of Finance say then people here with the name then at this special report for pay by June 30 this year. Marcella Sambasi say not being agree say then people here go able pay this couple to determine the Minister of Finance to ask them for pay.
Them money also for pay us against the taxes process and the puts for make this thing happen. Then people here get them money right now for pay for once. Now we talk as Sierra Leoneans. The politicians are using political party sentiments, ethnic division for shroud the real issues. I am correcting people that Sierra Leoneans have been implicated. Let me left this political party discussion. If you get interaction with people them in governance, let it be on merit.
Well, for sake of this report, according to the Minister of Finance, he said the Salone government go ask the Attorney General and Minister of Justice in advice as to how government go able for recover them couple they are and make sure say all the one them where the report alleged say them thief government couple pay the money them back. For Radio Democracy, Mina Khadija Bangura.
We they continue with the program Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Well, from that report there, if people can remember some months back, some auditor them will come out Kenya, Ghana, and Tanzania been come tongue and conduct special technical audits now for major governance sector them, when are the energy sector, roads, telecoms, and NASIT. And then auditor they come because the government of Salone be ask them for can do special audits now them for sector there. So after this special audit, the auditor then been pulled na do a report who say they allege say some past government workman them not be able to account for over $1 billion. Well, this morning we can talk about this particular report where the auditor then pulled yesterday through the Ministry of Finance. Well, at the studio this morning for can get this discussion, I want to welcome the Minister of Information and Communication, Wena Mohamed Rahman Soare. Good morning, Mr. Minister.
Good morning, Khadija. I'm glad for the year. Right. Even though the talk are there for this morning, it fool me more, you know, but we go try.
All right. And Seth, we get Donald Davis Cole in a social commentator. If people only follow him on the social media, they talk about different things them we get for do with Salone and Seth how the political system they carry on and things them where the ordinary people and want for talk about. Good morning, Davis Cole, and welcome to the program.
Morning.
And we get somebody from the All People's Congress, APC party, as most of them past government workman them, the report alleged say not be able to account for over $1 billion United States dollars. Well, we get Kamo Kaba from the All People's Congress, APC party, instead there this morning for can talk waiting them party think about this particular report we come out yesterday. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Khadija.
All right, when I continue for the between the program, I will start with you, the Minister of Information and Communication, Mr. Soare. The Ministry of Finance will make a request on behalf of the Salone government, say they need foreign auditor them for come and audit 4 major sectors, the winner the roads, energy, telecoms, and NASIT. But not to the sector they need no more day in governance. Why government decide for auditing 4 sectors? Yeah?
First, I want to tell plenty thank you to the very, very clairvoyant Minister of Finance and Financial Secretary and the whole team of the Minister of Finance for don't think of the idea, say, they need for do a special audit of the sector. Then you listen from the voice clip of the minister say now because then sector then a very high spending ministries then. Yeah, a very susceptible to corruption, to fraud. Now that make them sampling out. We realize Boko other serious ministries and we not covered by the audit at all, right? But this not for say the other one is not important. But because they want a high spending ministries, they've been fine. Like you do something for the whole country. They do sample, So then take the ministry, the high spending ministries here for be the baseline.
So them being the highest spending ministries, according to you, is it that government's not been satisfied with the way how the audit service alone be done? They do auditing in the sector, yeah?
No. I want to commend the audit service alone. Then they do a fantastic job in incredibly difficult circumstances, right? But law also knows this special audit we commission na a multidisciplinary team of auditors, including engineers, telecom experts, IT experts, special fraud analysts, all kind of people there, forensic auditors. Now they mean this was a mixed bag, right? A very, very technical team of all kind of people there. Now they mean this audit. Now they make a specialized audit, right? Now be special audit. Whereas now audit service Sierra Leone, you get some of the most competitive Sierra Leoneans in that team there, very qualified, very well trained. But we talk about the specialized nature of the audit. For example, you talk about telecoms. If you don't read the audit report, you see some word when they call me when the minister said I land at the land right now because then the specialists they have not. Yeah, I mean they look at broad policy issues. Then. So that one is the main difference there. So basically, they come for complement the work of the audit service Sierra Leone because part of the 50 auditors who then deploy, 27 are then have been foreign people they all come out Tanzania, Ghana, Kenya, from supreme audit institutions, then the auditors general and SECAP. So you find out this has been very serious business. The reason being, just like what the minister talk, this country here, if they catch person in the thief self and catch in handy, man they say now witch hunt. For God's sake, this country here will need for raise the debate a little bit more above this witch hunt business, above tribe, above political parties. Like I can say, we put the thief government money, right? They're not the thief government money because they want for satisfy their tribe, right? Or the political party or the region. Then the thief are for themselves and their families. So when they catch you hand, the thief, not a witch hunt. Law left for this witch hunt. I think say that one in a broken story now. Law left for that one.
So now it be ignites the idea for the government say we forgo find special auditor them out of salon for CAM.
Well, over the period, we all learn see, even at the Anti-Corruption Commission, we defeat fund corruption, the Anti-Corruption Commission. Yeah, the PNO bribe campaign, not to everybody, not to every ministry. Then get ministries that are particularly prone to corruption. Now them ministries and then are the sample ministries and they wouldn't run the PNO bribe campaign, right? In like education, health, and anything. So you get forget particular ministries. The people that will conceive this idea of a special audit, not to Mars then come on, not to Jupiter then come on, now Salone people there, now all day. Yeah, we know the institutions that are vulnerable to corruption.
Almost a year down.
And successive audit reports they don't ring alarm bells around the institutions and so all you needed was for scratch deeper. For go deeper into the institutions and let's see the extent of the rottenness, the extent of the corruption, the extent of the daylight robbery what they happen at the institutions and against the people and state of Sierra Leone. The rape.
Mr. Minister, almost a year now where President Bio take up governance. People on they see report after report. Una starts with the government transition team reports will lead to the commissions of inquiry where they carry on now, and they see the anti-corruption commissions if they do in work aside, they call people away, then they allege say them be mixed man corruption, and again una bring come special audit to them for candle audit. Most people on the wonder say if other things they know they in governance way the president for focus on.
Okay, I'll go begin first because I've been integral in the president in campaign for TB president. President Bill, for commend them. now that make Boku Sierra Leoneans call and they talk and do president. We've been in the campaign, they recognize corruption as the single most biggest, binding constraint where they make this country not to go before. It's a corruption don't choke the development process. We need for FETAM. We'll not go sit down and just talk about that. We need practical, real life and real time actions for this malaise. Whether the inaugurator at the National Stadium, it talks say they wage 3 democratic wars: the war against poverty, the war against indiscipline, and the war against corruption. This is the war against corruption. Yeah. Where the fet, right? I listened to one, was it Charles Taylor back in the Civil War days? They asked him and said, Mr. Taylor, we hear you are getting your arms from Libya. He said, Robin, when fighting a war, you don't discriminate where you get your arms from. President Bill is fighting a war against corruption, right? He is using every trick in the book, every means, we're constitutional, right? We're legal for let effect this war. The anti-corruption already did it, established by statutes. The commissions of inquiry, na constitutional instruments, we don't get validation from parliament, and this get powers for do. So all of them in there are complementary efforts there. You talk about if other things under the government, I think this is unfair to this government. While would they still fight the war against corruption? You don't see we don't introduce free quality education. You don't see we don't do more allocations to tourism. Would they attract tourists then? You don't see we don't make more allocations to the fisheries sector. You don't see we don't do things around the health sector, around communications. We don't do boku things. So this is not an exclusive dedication
I don't
for
do
corruption.
boku thing there, Mr. Minister, but the corruption fight look they above them thing then the ordinary people them where una they govern, where you listen to some of them, comment them. Fighting corruption now a good drive by the president. But again, issues where people don't they talk about now issues we get for those hunger in the country. They need bread and butter, they need thing for it. Now a campaign promises then they. But from the look of things, corruption don't look to overcome the issue.
No, it's in. You talk about people there. Mr. Sen are part of the people there. Now the same society are they, now the same context are they live. Yeah. I get families there, I get friends there, I get siblings there, I get communities there. I mean, now the same economy will all they survive from. The war against corruption is the war to be fought and won, just like what the president can talk. When they talk about over $1 billion, what people they don't misappropriate, what people they don't thief. To call the Minister of Finance. This is a very serious issue. And also, a man they talk say the ground dry. If we bring get $1 billion now this economy, this ground go soak. So now corruption, now the biggest single constraint we don't make the country difficult. The whole way President will be not say corruption day. Yes, agree. President Bill talk about that extensively, but talking to him, nobody not ever imagine the depth, the scope and enormity of the corruption we don't do. This is now what man call this is gargantuan. This is phenomenal. This is fabulous. This is beyond belief. This level of corruption. It's too serious. If in a whole set and deep you sit up inside, you put your up, nobody knows to see you. Then when they talk about $1 billion, I'm not sabi writer because I may figure the challenge. If you put $1 billion in this economy, I can tell you same man and what they say the ground dry, the place there go get flooding.
All right.
Now corruption I don't make this country difficult so. And look, now that make the president very committed, for make sure they address the issues around corruption, root and shoot, so that this country go breathe, a new lease of life.
Continue for the between at the studio. Minister of Information and Communication, Mohamed Radosware. We will come back to you. The program Good Morning Salone they continue. The time from the studio clock now 8 a.m. We take this break.
Family them. Salone Commercial Bank don't do one again. For we and Una will not get account yet. They don't come with brand new things them, like neon SLCD kiosks them, where they all over the country. Also, they get mobile tellers them, we will meet you any side and do your banking. Salone Commercial Bank. Now me bank. Sure. Now you bank oh. We get me on student account oh. We get me on current account. We get me your savings account for them market to man them, for them keke riders, Okada riders, and them fishmongers, disabled people them. Any day for them petty traders. Salone Commercial Bank. Now we bank. Sure. commercial banking for all man, including the professionals.
The program is still listening to now Good Morning Salone. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And as we tell you now today, we look inside the special forensic audit report where come out yesterday where they show say from 2015 to 2018, some past governments workman them not be able for accounts for over $1 billion United States dollar. Well, now I come over to we next to the guest. We now the representative will come out now the All People's Congress APC party, Karamokaba. Good morning again and welcome to the program, sir.
Good morning, Mabel.
I guess you don't listen to what the minister say earlier and safe. You go down preview to the reports we come out yesterday, but this special forensic reports we don't come out now do we get for do with the past governments where Yusuf now be one pan the minister them na that past government they although you minister not been cover na side where they look, but you they represent the party now this morning. Firstly, how the APC party take these reports we don't come out do so?
Well, thank you very much, Mabel. I listened to the minister, and yesterday I watched the entire process on the TV because that is the only opportunity we have. This government, they invite me for important government matters. I see the list of people they invite, including the media. Of course, we try our level best. We send our own representative there. But that in itself is not good because this is a national issue. When we fight corruption, let's fight corruption together. Just by inviting us, that we did it, it's good. But you know what, Mabel, this government not cease to amaze me at all. You know, every now and then they are looking for something that is not there. In the first 100 days, they come out with GTT. In the first 6 months, they come out with COI. Later on, they come with some whitewash emergency business waited today is on in the parliament. And now they don't come with what they call forensic auditing. All this I see like a big waste of taxpayers' money. And what is so amazing is how flagrantly they are running about and screaming that people are not thief 1 billion, just like they did in the GTT. Their actions are not guided by the rule of law. Because if you don't get the report, I believe they said allegation that 1 billion don't get missing. The audit report not go say they don't thief. These people they don't thief. And you hear the minister right here in the studio. He say they don't thief 1 billion or more than 1 billion of government money. So which means they don't equate the audit service or the special audit service to the court. Because now only court then they say you don't thief and pay back. But now they are running after people and making arrest already and telling people that they need to pay by a stated time of June without going through the court system, without indicting anybody. You know, there is a temporal lead on our constitution, on good governance, and on the rule of law. So we are somehow kind of like, but you know what, before I end up in this statement, or this opening statement, I really want to appreciate the Sierra Leonean people. You know why, Khadija and Mabel? This great reprimand of the 11 years of war, where we don't accept, we don't agree that never again shall we resolve into conflict for resolve issues, is working so hard. And our people are so resilient. They are waiting now for the end of 5 years for take action. And you know what? What is so profound? A youth man, he taking iPhone, he calculated the 5 years in that iPhone, and the iPhone they reduce them for them by day. And there is a big celebration out there amongst the people in happiness that these people have not done 1 year, he left 4 years.
Mr. Kabalo talk about some of the issues them inside this special report. Waiting the report talk about. Some of them things that we didn't talk about are that on a past administration, but they award contract to the wrong people them. Then again, the administration be they go further for do advance payments to contractor them. We not even start for do the work it. Then most of the contracts them not be get the kind money we wanna pay for, not be value for the money. Una be bridge procedure them. Now to say some of them things they are will not be doing governance. Now they wanna they do lead to this huge amount of money where the report allege say una past government official they know will account for.
Thank you. The report allege say It's still now allegations then. Some of them are baseless and unfounded. As strong as we are in supporting the war against corruption, we want to make it be done with some sanity. That is all we have been fighting for. Then start then GTT which aren't, then start then COI which aren't, and it's not working. Then bring some baseless emergency arrangement that could not make it in Parliament. It turned the Parliament into a row. This is the kind of arrangement we are talking about. So all of these people now, these are allegations. Make them take them time. This is knee-jerk reactionary. Let them take them time and take the issues step by step, go to the court, charge people to court and convict people and ask them to refund. But the people, ordinary citizens like me that are outside of the judiciary, are actually making proclamations, declarations that people are thieves. They started right from the real, straight off the real, from the onset with the GTT. Why? This is their claim that we are IAMPs, we are this, we are that. And some of the time you see the report where the ACC boss instead give about the Red Cross versus the monies they owe them and say we thief. Quickly. You know, so now they find out that these are all big bunch of allegations and lies.
So why?
And they are going to continue to find more.
Mr. Kaba, why all time we reports come out after audit or then don't do audit or any investigation where they implicate on a past administration, say una been involved into huge corruption? The best word way on a party they come out with in defense and that now witch hunt.
Yeah, well, fine. Now listen, there are people. Always my argument is people and they. Even right now, inside the COI, where they don't call the names there, because they promise we say if your name is called, you'll be called. And now they not the power right now. We argue that in the day, then go with her anyway. But they have still people whose name have been called, and they are still enjoying laxity of freedom, and they still working. So how come this is not a witch hunt? You see, like I tell you, for me, sitting down here at Karamokaba, I want to encourage every Sierra Leonean. Let us join the government and let we fight this big war of corruption. Corruption is the eat into the fabric of our society. Now, true say, without corruption, probably we'll be able to manage ourselves properly, let we people live a better life. But this is not the only place in the world where corruption is. And as a matter of fact, we reduce corruption in our own time to a considerable level. And you know what this government is doing right now? They want to raise hell fire on corruption so they go attract the Millennium Challenge Corporation funding of $400 million. This is not how it happens. It does not happen like that. Because for just go and shout and scream and bring auditor here, auditor there, and without making conviction and without even controlling your own government in terms of corruption, and you think you will win that $400 or plus million from the MCC, man, they have to rethink it.
Continue for the between at the studio, Karamokaba. We will come back to you. The program Good Morning Salone, they continue. Where they come out to the other gentleman where they between the two politician them and Donald Davis Cole in a social commentator. I believe say yourself don't they follow the debate since yesterday where this reports come and do. So as a social commentator, what in yourself think but this particular report where they implicate past government workmen and say them they use over $1 billion United States dollar where they not able to get clear accounts for?
For me, so the figure $1 billion not faze me, because like I posted on Facebook, I was a banker, and when you see figures, you get to ask, what to make up this figure? Is this figure really not some sensational thing? Because for me, if you go to the reports and you look at some of the key points, then say Salcab not pay NatCom some amount of $1 million. It is not stolen already, is it? No. The money not will notify it. Pass you able show me now say Salcab not pay and then take the money and give Donald. Then 9 native. But if Salcab not pay NatCom, go tell Salcab for pay NatCom, pull that money then at the total. It would not be $1 billion. But all left down there. For me, when I listen to the two gentlemen, it just show how the politicians and the political parties there, no, they take we serious. Mr. Minister started off very well there and pan the ground guy, oh, if this $1 billion been come with the flood. Lie. First of all, some of this.
To be a little respectful.
Okay, sorry.
Mr. Minister, please hold on.
From as a,
Mr.
as a
Minister,
commentator.
Mr. Minister, please hold on and make him in points, please.
You come up with and day when me not think say na a respectable explanation to the public. Mr. Karamokaba on the other hand say then they look for something or they. If possible, we all know say corruption day. So if you sit down and tell we say the government now they look for something will not exist, it means you are not taking us serious.
So from all waiting the reports say then pull as finding to you a not realistic, but the 1 billion United States dollar we then say the neighbor accounts for not realistic.
The issue we get, and if I look at from this point, firstly, the total figure is huge. It's scary. Like the minister don't say he don't use some flowery terms for describe how scary this money look, which is true. But then I'm saying, let us not politicize everything and make it sensational. Because when we begin make like politics, you the Allah this man thief, this man the Allah sena which hunt. Eventually the real thief man and the pass under. Because now it is lost in this noise. Thief, not thief, which hunt, not which hunt. So the actual thief man and now they under. And for me, like I said, the issue we have in this country, not only the politicians, go to the civil and public service, go look there, not this thing there.
If the citizen them where na them taxpayer money than this, there is such kind huge figure over $1 billion, say politician them misuse them, they no able account them for. Then where such reports come on, everybody they try for play the blame game. Everybody they try for score political goal. Governments they come and blame the opposition. The opposition say na lie then they lie per way. Issues of trust between the people and the politician them. If it starts for happen na a country, Davis school, waiting this go result to.
If you engender hatred for the politicians on both sides or on every side, it would get to a point where even the actual political process not going to be trusted, because this is usual. Every government that comes in, one forbids the last government said and thief. APC came in, they did the same thing to the Tijankaba government. SFPP has come in, then they do the same thing to the Anesbai Kuma government. And we know say corruption endemic and real. Nobody know they say no they massive. But I'm saying let us go to the root cause. Because 1 year on, if Salcab not pay not come down money yet, if Africell still they enjoy credit facility where they not for enjoy, then nothing has changed. This report not change nothing. These reports are supposed to be a reason for us to make the system better. And if it is not happening, let the politicians stop playing around.
But the government they say in the fight for the people, the opposition they say na witch hunt.
Look, it is these very people with the thief. Go to Saratel by the report. An officer and a politician they Saratel he can't account for top up card. That man not a politician. That man are just another public servant, we corrupt, and they use a system we not get checks and balances. How on earth you go there, then do physical verification over 300 million leons worth of top up or whatever it is called, CDMA recharge card, unaccounted for. Nobody na this dunya no side there. Then able find non-document say will be issued unto this, no money no come for her. Then they not a politician, now one average Joe, one normal Salomon. Go to the ministries, go to these departments, go to these agencies. Not a man really stand for symbol like SAPP or APC or NGCD. Now normal man they like me and you, we sit on a corner, then they lick on, then they relax the politician and if it say thief not thief, which one not which one, then they under, then they benefit from the system. You have an office, then say, then give people and fuel without any formal approval, no come on. Man just get and say, but this office, let man go take fuel, then begin issue cheat. Is that seriousness? So the minister to some extent is right for saying, not that they make the country they act for one, but that cannot, in my mind, be the only reason. Because we don't export. Taxes, then they're all over the place. We government in, government out, we're not properly burdened with tax bases. It is still income tax or the ports, excise, and this and that and that. And before Karamokaba say the government wants $400 million from somebody, so I made any make so. But wrong panande. That is why I say these people
but like to make allegations.
No, hold on. That is why I am saying we not take serious. Because if person they try for reach a benchmark for out $400 million, then you they say well then they make allegations for each day But
yeah, that is not how
some,
it's done.
hold on,
You know,
some of these
opposition.
allegations, you can take them to court. Me no one be the mouthpiece for the government
Which
now.
you are unfortunate.
You can take them to court if you think say e wrong. If person tell me say a thief, I get me documents, I file an inaugurated card, it's true. Whosoever do am. But you sit down and you just beat your chest, twitch your twin church. Yes, we need for fair which man there. Because now which man they make this country not go before. So whether they in government or whether they in opposition, as long as they do things where they bring this country down by negligence, imagine another lawyer. EGTC or whatever it was, you should go court, you cost the office 450 million. Somebody for court can flag you for that kind of foolishness day. Because that money they not so you papa money. You see them they take them from government. These things are wrong. So while we allow witch hunts, let me come back and say, okay, una the politician and una pull and that is why I think if I were government, political correctness being for them make no to for the front. We for left audit salon. Because if na the auditor general this done this year, can not be forget mind for telling say we don't. Because you know say they're not even an SF. But now because now no now they say if na be in. But now because now somebody from SFPP, you refuse for toxin na which one?
Not somebody from government.
Of somebody from government, you refuse for toxin na which one? But now
no, that is not the right.
You before tell us na which one?
Una continue for the with una the program. Let me just quickly take this commercial break and make some money. We go come back to another program.
Better don't come. Now Union Trust Bank again. Union Salone Banco. Union Trust Bank get plenty product and service there for you. You must get what you want to go better. Let me savings account, ide. Current account, ide. Fixed deposit account, ide. Credit facility, ide. All for you. Me and you. Union Trust Bank na Salone for me and you. Kids future savings account, ide. School fee savings account, ide. Pay advance salary scheme there. We branch and they all up at na Salone. Bokono kenema, we dey. Kabala mabogo kakambia, we dey. Jala free town loan sa, we dey. And my 91, me and you. Union Trust Bank, me and you. Union Trust Bank, Union Trust Bank na Salone for me and you. Union Salone Banco, Union Trust Banco.
Union Trust Bank, empowering Sierra Leonean businesses.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue and they can take one pound with headline story there now. As to tell you earlier, the Anti-Corruption Commission don't arrest first-time managing director for the Salone Cable Network Salcab, Wayna Mohammed Sharif, and in board chairman Idrissa Ila. We've been telling us say we're going to know where to make them arrest them people here so inside the program. Well, on the line now for giving updates from the Anti-Corruption Commission, but where to make them do the arrest here we get the Commissioner for the Anti-Corruption Commission, we na Francis Ben Kelfala. Good morning, welcome to the program, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. I don't think so they very clearly.
We just don't tell listeners and say the Anti-Corruption Commission yesterday been arrest the first-time Director General of the SALCAB and together with in board chairman Wena Idrissa Ila. You want to tell we wait to make the Anti-Corruption Commission arrest them people here?
Well, the Anti-Corruption Commission get mandate under Section 7 of the Anti-Corruption Act for investigate corruption and prevent corruption any side way happen at Salone. And the Anti-Corruption Commission, we don't get a report for say them people they are involved in some practices in SALCAB we need for look into. So we bring them in for assist we for look into their allegations they need.
So, Mr. Kelfala, this arrest comes time where we see special forensic reports come out now, but investigation where local and international auditor them been doing na 4 different sectors them na Salone. This arrest where una may get any connection to this report where come out now?
Listen, sorry, I don't hear you very clearly. There are other people talking from the background where they reflect. They block what they say.
All right, are they
so
ask
the question again?
Arrest where una make, where una do arrest first managing director for SALCAB Mohammed Sharif and in board chairman Idrissa Ila. If he gets any link to the reports where come out yesterday, when that forensic report, now then 4 sectors them where governments do.
Yes, unconnected from that particular report day because we did already get this report 1 week ago, and when we get in fact, from last week, I don't shut down the prevention wing of the ACC. We don't add all the prevention officers to investigation officers for be able for look into the kind avalanche of claims where they come. Because look at the situation. Already we look at corruption where they happen at the country presently in the current administration. Then we still get this large backlog of cases where they come. So we don't shut down the prevention wing, add them to the prosecutions for make we able to look into issues them where they come, including this audit report we come. So the claim, the reason we make Mr. Yila and Mr. Sharif there with we, and even we don't invite Mohamed Bangura for joining me today, now for really for look into what happened at Salcap, because the evidence we will get before we not look good. It's like say the Salcap now be some private institution where people they just go for money, then they give donations to politicians, then they withdraw money them on the request of politicians, and then they use them. So we really need for go to the bottom of this kind of allegation, for know what happened, so that we'll be able to bring out answers for the people of Sierra Leone.
You just mentioned, say, una also do invite the former Minister of Information and Communication, Mohamed Bangura, but not to the Ministry of Information and Salcab no more this particular forensic report here so cover. Why not then to the ACC they investigate at this time?
No, the ACC they investigate everybody. We get interesting. Like I tell you, in fact, as I speak with you, analysts then already go through the entire report, don't identify the areas where the ACC get for intervene. So progressively, we get for deal with people then, based on waiting we think say with capacity able handle, and based on the kind seriousness of the allegations against the particular people then. We think say as an emergency, the first place we strike with as Salcab, and I don't make we go there, not because we get any particular interest in a person, not because we get any particular interest in the name. But waiting to happen at Salcab is one of those situations where we really need explanation. And then people there will call very important to understanding what happened, like the head of Salcab at the time, the board chairman, as a board chairman, we're supposed to give policy direction to Salcab, been directly involved in the running of Salcab, and also involved in how the resources they are being withdrawn and handled. Of course, Mohamed Bangura be the Minister of Information at the time, and he had also supervisory role as head of the ministry for give direction to waiting to happen to some of their actions that day. So then people there no means that they no more ACC for speak to. No. I don't tell you say we don't increase the investigative powers of the ACC. We don't increase the number of people who are in the ACC as far as investigators are concerned. We're not going to do just that because of SACAP. We are doing this because of everything concerning corruption inside Salone.
Earlier, the one we get for do with Salcab, you say una already get evidence, and before una we make una say ho una forget some people and they now una custody. Then evidence here we una get enough for charge go courts.
The evidence that we will get even before the audit report launched yesterday, completely enough for charge go court. I mean, you get situations where then they take money from Salcab, pass on through a private account, and later re-access that money through a private account for no justification whatsoever. We get people that will own that private account who would already talk to, we don't confirm to, we say indeed they withdraw the money on the request of certain people, and there's no justification. So forget about, I really waiting somebody they talk na studio just now. Yes, all these reports are opinions of the auditors, but we at the ACC responsible now for forensically dig through evidence, for come out with the evidence. So what they do at ACC quite different from what the auditors they do. Auditors, what they do maybe is just 5% of the investigation. Then they just raise the flag. We now they dig through, and I can assure you, say, particularly for Salcab, already we get sufficient evidence for able to charge to man in a court.
So how long they will get for them on a custody?
It depends. The investigation is so wide, and it covers so many issues. So right now, we try to identify how best we're able to stratify the investigations. There, it's possible say one person will go charge them for under multiple indictments, depending on the issue. So we can able to even charge today for a $200 we left the account, who will know say that one they don't be misappropriated. Whilst we continue for investigate another $300,000 we come out of the account for another purpose, we also not go to for a particular use. So if I'm not going to tell you, say, will they charge them tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, but I can assure you, say, as you already know, with investigations, they move very fast at the ACC right now, and some of the charges they get for begin come out as early as next week.
All right, as to the wrap up the interview now, Mr. Kelfala, finally, then two people here want to get on a custody, don't they cooperate with una so far on an investigation?
Yes, they don't cooperate with we. They don't take statements from some of them yesterday. Of course, we continue for take statements from them today, and also for analyze the evidence. After that, a report will come out, and after that report, we'll take a decision as to whether we'll go to court immediately or we'll wait let the other investigations crystallize before we go to court. But generally, yes, they cooperate with we. And I want to let the entire public know, say the ACC, not they go after anybody because of your name, because of who side you belong. We only look at the evidence. If evidence is against you, you will get a fair chance for answer questions around them, and for make you assist with the investigation, or for lead me to other side them. Maybe it could be say the money actually lay down somewhere. You go tell me say this money lay down somewhere, and you go able to take and bring and come to the ACC, and we go treat you like a normal citizen. We're entitled to all in right. The ACC, they go after anybody. But the only thing is, the kind way how we don't see corruption this salon, not just in the past, but even in the present, people are not seem to understand what they try for say that it's no longer business as usual. They are still continuing to do things as though we are living in the past. So, like Lucky DB say, there's not going to be any schools anymore. All we are going to build is prisons and prisons. If we have to do that in Sierra Leone, we'll therefore do them, but make sure see there's a change. But now, anybody will cross the line, get for face. There will not be exception anymore for anybody. There will be no sacred cows. Anybody will corrupt, get for face, sincere chance of the law. Either we recover the money from you or make you bankrupt or you go to prison.
All right, plenty thank you to you where you give it that update in at the program this morning. That's now the Commissioner for the Anti-Corruption Commission, Francis Ben Kelfala, be the confirm that interview they say the ACC yesterday been arrested first Managing Director for Salcab Mohamed Sharif and in board Chairman Idris Saila. The program Good Morning Salone they continue with they take this.
We get the Minister of Information and Communication, Mohamed Rahman Radu Soare. We look at the special forensic audit report where some auditor them pull outside the audit for major governance sector them where na the energy sector, roads, telecoms and NASIT. Mr. Minister, some of the things them we inside this report now sensitive one them we get for do with the taxpayer them money. Let we look at the sector them where the auditor them be able for audit. And it starts with the energy sector. We talk about contracts them we get for do Agreco and the Salone government and how the bridge procurement procedure them and all. Just take we through the sector them one after the other. Let's start with the energy.
Yeah, I'll make a few passing comments there. I mean, because I need for sure respect to the listeners there, the taxpayers there. We don't be at the very sad receiving end of bad governance and corruption. Normally, when I've been doing campaign days, I know they can hire because I see this level of invite. I see as an attempt for the debate. We talk about a whooping $1 billion or more dollars, right? Where the non-thief from the people of Sierra Leone. All the discussers not to say what they can reduce to social commentation because we talk about facts,
Mr. Minister,
evidence based. No, Khadija the camp. Sorry,
please.
Sorry. Now I understand that you're in charge. This is a passing comment. This is a passing comment.
But we're not getting enough time. We're not getting enough time.
Town hall debate.
Mr. Minister, we're not getting enough time for
I've been in for making that passing comment day. I mean, this is in the words of the chief minister, this is not very egregious offenses what they talk about. We need for can talk about and then you can bring the opposition social commentary. Let's Salone people then know the enormity of the offense. Yeah, they talk about. So you can bring in anybody now.
Let me talk about audit the energy sector, please.
Some people then not attempt for making this thing look like a witch hunt. You don't hear it. I want to tell the young man at the Anti-Corruption Commission, plenty thank you, Mr. Ben Kaifala. I mean, look where we are now. This country don't suffer for far too long. Like what President Bill can talk. We need for stop this thing. Corruption has robbed this country of all potentials, everything. Now they make with the worst part, everything. So we need for better now. Somebody they say witch hunt, and that witch hunt argument not for exist again, because just in 6-8 months, we now don't see the over $1 million with the Anti-Corruption Commission alone don't recover. So we not talk about witch hunt. We talk about reality. People that only can say "Pa me a big." So anybody for let people then play that one down, it's a big joke. It's a sad joke. So we they say, not to the Minister of Finance, the order say them for pay by June 30th. Now the auditors then.
Mr. Minister, the question I ask you, let we look at the form.
But residual issues then they from the previous response. I need for respond to the
text
Khadija.
Messages you go respond.
Khadija,
let we focus on the issues.
Not to text message. This is not thing they don't talk. I need for get her into context. But I mean, old pa no can train me fresh again.
No, but
you know this
but
now.
We not get enough time for let they go all to.
But the issues then too serious for silence. So a good for talk about. Now that make I say if I don't get me, let me can't talk about this audit. So we not to go pa. You say, me say, another response to that to pass the members of the public. You know, with due respect to the social commentator where you mentioned, Mr. Cole, the APC. I mean, in a democracy, now plurality now important, the views there. But if I don't bring them after we don't present this, after you don't shortchange the people of Sierra Leone. If I don't talk about this audit report insight, in depth, yeah, you can bring them people here now, let you wait and response. But you can't do this one. You
all right.
Anyway, so. We they say you don't mention just for give people a taste of waiting. We they talk about, for example, a contract where they give Kabaka Multimedia Entertainment $50,000 on 3rd of December 2017. The same on the 5th of December, 2 days to the 2018 elections, they take 1.8 billion leones. Yeah, no evidence, no they say anything ever happened. So the audit report they say this group Kabaka Multimedia for pay the 1.6 billion leones and the 50,000 United States dollars. What then give it? What's in this they talk about? And just imagine if you put 1,000, if you put 1.6 billion, and like I used to group that you say, look, one let youth man and start small businesses. This will give a head start to Boko youth groups. If you send a woman and you want to give microcredit, this will give a lot of women a head start in life. Let them begin their small businesses. So they talk about something where for take Salongo before. All this talk about the ground dry. That is serious, but the extent and the enormity of the damage way the last administration caused will not go gloss over them.
Right.
So I think so we need to talk about it. So people that want to talk about which ones, Kabaka Multimedia, they listen to me and they challenge them. Let them come forward and challenge this thing there.
So
because these are fact based, these are evidence based. Check numbers and everything there.
All right, Mr. Minister, continue for the waiting at the studio. Let us just come over quickly to Mr. Kaba. We come out on the All People's Congress APC party. Earlier we been talk. You've been saying some of them things where the government they do and then suppose for they do insanity. So let me take these forensic reports we don't come on those so then we don't do them work done, they don't pull the reports. What kind of sanity you mean in relation to this? Where you would expect say the government for don't do insanity according to what you've been saying earlier?
Well, now of course the ACC boss, Commissioner Ben Kaifala, although he heard me clearly, Karmokaba speaking, he said somebody, but this is Karmokaba, Deputy Organizing Secretary one of the All People's Congress. He's in your own position. You're not going to TV for accuse people and say, then I am peace there, then I thief man them, just like the minister and the rest they do. Then take the audit report, findings, then they now then they tender their evidence, then they in court, and then prosecute. And after conviction, then we all go say hallelujah. Or maybe then we discharge the people, they will go say thank God. But you know what? This country, let we do things by the rules, by the rule of law. The minister self sit down now, so he no say this now empty propaganda right now. For make he get this they call it ad hominem, just the people's emotion. For say, oh, this APC then a thief man then this is what they want. That? Because he needs to wait. This knee-jerk reactionary approach to the process of fighting corruption is not going to cut it. So let them be patient. Let them say the audit report don't come. The audit report is damaging, and let them talk about the allegations in the audit report. and then they now take this audit report, because the audit report, the forensic audit, is not the court.
So, Mr. Kaba,
so when they take that to the court, then bring the evidence, tender the evidence in court, then charge the people into court, and then they get conviction, then the minister now will take the bold step, go about and say, these are the thieves by the order of the court. But now they don't turn to the writers of long papers called GTT, forensic report, and then they don't turn to the lawyers, they don't turn to the judges. Now they are sitting down in the comfort of studios and calling people thieves and saying that 1 billion, just like how the social commentator analyze. If they say this money gone missing or this money was not paid, go to the bottom of it, understand it, why it was not paid in the first place. So what we are saying, our bone of contention here is that this government don't decide for do things in a kind of lawless manner. They don't go by the rules at all. That is our main crux of the disagreement with the SFPP.
So the one now
we want to join them. We want to be part of this fight against corruption. But let there be some sanity to it. Not just the way they are doing it.
So,
this is absurd. It's serious absurdity. I completely disagree with it. I condemn them for their wayward way of doing things. Not the whole government for behave. These are honorable ministers. I came here with due respect. Honorable minister, sir. I have to do that. They are the people in governance now. But they too should respect the people, the opposition, and all the other people. Even if you have serious allegations against people, you wait until you go to the bottom of it. Respect the man until you go to the bottom of it. Let the court convict him. But this is not happening this way. So and all of this time, you go to the parliament, is the same thing. You go to the judiciary, is the same thing. You go everywhere, is the same thing. They are doing nothing right. Nothing by the book.
All right, so you don't say that, but on our people now, with the name they go for, the name they already did in these reports. June 30, a clear announcement at the date and the one the way pull the reports don't say them for pay back the money, them wouldn't say them being used and never accounts for. On our people and get for pay this money back.
That is what the audit report says. If them people know say, not true say, then don't take money and the money they don't on side, then go bring and come back. But now the minister is boasting about the millions and millions of loans where anti-corruption don't recover. Anti-corruption don't recover Bob from politicians. Okay. Anti-corruption recover from the same people that would then they protect. In the first place, this is it was our argument. You follow politicians. Politicians, they are not the one that are controlling the vote. Then not to the executives, then are then MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies. As they continue, you find out that rope wouldn't draw. The rope dip and draw bush. The bush dip and draw elephant then. Big ticket they all the common do now. Cotton tree they don't common do. But still they are not taking any action against those people because, like I always maintain, that is the Hindu farm that they have created. It's full of sacred cows.
Mr. Kaba, during una regime, the energy sector na one way una been focused on we make una unbundle that particular sector. And now this report, some of the findings them clearly state say during this unbundling process, so much corruption be happen. Awarding contract,
allegedly.
Yes. Awarding contract to the wrong people. They will not been follow procedures.
All the allegations. For right now, we no go able comment say this is what happened. Now so the audit report say, even the audit report here alone, they have damnable claims in the audit report. But audit report is not the way it all. For let we now confirm say, yes indeed, all of these things were happening. So there is no comment. In fact, they don't invite we. We don't know what is happening. We from yesterday to today we couldn't have read all of the report. We will read the report thoroughly. We will respond. But let me make it clear, crystal clear, that the All People's Congress is in support of the government of Sierra Leone to fight against corruption. But we are also against the lawless manner, the wayward manner in which they are going about ruling us.
Earlier, you be the state say them for give an opportunity for go defend on herself na a court of law for sake of the allegation there. But the Minister of Finance yesterday don't make them clearly say this not an allegation there again. The one the way they named in this report for pay this money back to the state by June 30 this year.
What you go do?
Well, the minister don't turn the judge. This is the government we are living in. This is our problem. These people are so impatient for finding people guilty by themselves. So Neme could call them process as a kangaroo. Kangaroo with strong hind limbs that kicks all about and going on regularly. Their process is so irregular. So if they have all of this evidence, let them tender the evidence in court. And we don't go when somebody is convicted by the court of law, there is nothing we can do. But the person therefore carry your own cross. But before the person carry your own cross, the entire APC, the entire Northwestern people, they have been labeled by the GTT. Now they are being labeled again by the forensic, because the forensic report did not make these claims, these absolute sweeping claims that we are thieves. They made that is an opinion. Now, honorable ministers who are supposed to understand the nitty-gritty resourcefulness of things, they are running about and screaming loud that we are thieves.
Continue for the with the program Kamokaba. Quickly they can to Davis Cole, the social commentator. You don't listen from the two politicians, their own analysis about this particular report and some of the findings that we did. The Minister of Finance yesterday ordered and say by June 30 then for pay back the money there to the states. Realistic?
Well, if Natu say people go on procedures and thief money, then for pay. Me not really then the place for determine the ability for pay this money back within a stipulated time. Then they go therefore be determined by the authorities in charge. But honestly and truly, if they prove say then thief the money there, then for pay the money there. And there's no two ways about saying it. But for me, the issue before we reach the paying, when all man they talk just now, just remember something. There was a report that came out to allege say Ebola money and Red Cross $2 million or something. The anti-corruption commissioner, me said they say thumbs up to Kelfala, he's doing a good job. Then come, they look the same auditor's report after all the hue and cry, all man do all done. Then come, then find out say no, some the auditor there not follow through, some the localized procedures they don't understand. Then can they write back say no, we not see anything wrong. Then people are on the claim say thief this money, they're not really thief. Then they are the anti-corruption, this is not the commissioner who will trust and believe. I have worked in the bank before. I don't see another report where they are like, oh, 3 billion loans worth of checks missing. We look the reports, we as bankers watch them, as usual, we know the panic where you read the figure. We go look, we realize say some side they then post some check without the check number. So the auditor basically they look for check number. When you not see check number, they say this money not there. But when you come back and can look and properly, you see say some of the money there. So that is why in the middle of all this, we they say, let we not just be in a haste for the call all man by the thief man name. We agree say thief man name, but then there nobody, no politician, no they tell me say thief man name, no they. The thief man we been there 10 years ago. Some of them still there in authority, some of them still they operate now there. Ministries, departments, and agencies, now some of them still are contractors, etc., etc., etc. So for me, this report, there must be something good about it. Generally, then you say all story get 50% true. So even if all man at this country, Allah tell me no say this report, at least 50%, even if I know read the report, I not believe nothing, at least 50% of what's in there not true. 50% of 1 billion, now $500 million, now plenty money than they. So not to let because we even reduce to that level, it means say it's acceptable. So for me, let us look at the report. Let for Allah, let for make about politics. I am saying this again. The government they use this report as good as the report be, then they use them for certain explanations. The opposition, as good as the report be, they use the report for certain explanations. Pull them two people here or then group of people here come out by this report. Put them, if I pull out the court of public opinion, because most people will say things they don't understand, put them under proper microscope. Let me go back, go look now. If for two say this man take this money and not perform, but let pay the money, that's a long government money. Let the minister say don't be thief for can give on political party or for go build pump for people. Now for the jeep for himself, send the begin and go overseas. So not to we benefit particularly. So let us go to the reason for the report, which I have no problems with. And You know, yeah, this country we know the land. Somebody be they talk, but oh, then for send the report go parliament, then for table. Are you serious? Na till the report then they go public accounts committee. Then minister if I talk with it, not like passive ex, but parliament if I talk with it, they not like bambai, they go me for contempt. So I no go there. But these reports have been coming out every year. Auditor General they pull them, bump one, he said and go parliament. They are like, hey, he die. Take the next year back report come on. So most probably I think self saying that the right approach the government they do so. Get at this report, go give CC in the hand, one at the man there for we because that is what will be effective. Because taking it to parliament might not be effective. On a final note, well, not really on a final note, I see the minister particularly they take offense to me. Well, sentence because they not call me honorable minister, social commentator. I think say are not dealing at the platform for talk. Who signed the talk? Well, okay, I'm sorry.
All right, continue.
But then, no, lad, done this one. I am old enough to be a minister if I wanted to. So make the minister not look social commentators as people who are not fit for the pan government debate. This is what you want in a democracy. Now, Danny make radio democracy open.
Okay.
For make we able dinner and say, Brana, show me think. So I beg, if you take offense to the fact that put one small bubble for council to you, okay, I beg.
All right, David Cole, continue for the between the program. Quickly, will they take text message this them where people don't send at the program this morning. The first all they come out from Ivan Afriton. They say, Radio D, I appreciate your vision to give voice to everyone. The utterances of Kamokaba is insulting to we the well-meaning Sierra Leonean as he is trivializing the findings of the internal recognized auditors.
This other message says, Mr. Minister, why the sample only based on few ministries and MDAs, and why only from 2015 to 2018 instead of the full 10 years?
More messages. We don't come to the program this morning. This one, they say the SLPP government want to divert our attention from their failed 1 year from GTT report, inquiry, ACC audit report, and now another waste of taxpayers' money. The SLPP government should focus on the bread and butter issue. Let them show the people their report card.
This one say if Salone can recover half of the missing funds, there will be no need for IMF and World Bank loans. It comes out from MB Kalona Locus.
This one they say, Radio Democracy, it's sad for our economy. 1 billion misappropriated by the former administration. May Allah save this country. They come out from Alpha and Afriton.
These other messages say the ACC should not only make convicted corrupt citizens refund stolen funds, but should punish them as well and ban them from holding public offices.
This one is Radio Democracy. How is it that you got a popular APC activist as your middleman in a program such as this today? Basically, you have 2 APC panelists and the minister as your guest. More messages. We don't come to the program. I will just take one more, then we go take walkabout. This one say, Mr. Kaba, please calm down. After eating our money, you should explain to the people of Sierra Leone. All right, from their messages, then they quickly will take walkabout.
Another one is not to wind the man at the wind. At the wire, you can copon the campo and the copo wire, the total $1 billion. Not a rodo. Nato brado koda minde get contract. Ate wa ton mi ya assistant get ton kopo ate waiting. Ate aton mi ya bakati top up kopo the way ate no the word make your mind in the look no more. It is you like say, oh, your life not serious. We fact we are like this, not what in me the be man. I say, not the papa for much call me to walk about. I say, so it's a walk about it. This thing I cannot wait here. It's a report that I just want the commission office now. I say, nothing like forever, man. Ate honorable Yugoebu. Me na the honorable Wakabot.
Alright, from Wakabot, quickly they come to studio guests them, let them respond to some of the messages them where people send this morning. I will start with you, Mr. Minister of Information.
Let just note this. I want to tell plenty thank you to the listeners there. I know say 98.1 na breakfast for many people around the country. So beaucoup people them don't come back and express their sentiments about what is going on. By and large, everybody don't condemn the level of the suffocating, level of corruption where this special audit don't bring out. Sierra Leoneans don't vent out their anger because knowing fully well if this kind of amount of resources plowed back into this economy, how it go soak the ground and do many things. It will create opportunities for young people then for start businesses, it will create opportunity for women then for do their small businesses and a lot of things then. So Sierra Leoneans they don't show their revulsion to this kind of thing. Yeah, so that one is important for talk about. But more importantly, the people that also don't talk say this not for happen again. My colleague don't talk say they know they invite the APC at the launch of this thing. Members say we invite the APC at the launch of the commissions of inquiry. They no go, but that's another matter. I don't want for good at all. So the special audits, like I say, now in the special audits being supervised by the audit service Sierra Leone. So it's not like some superimposition, and all till they come out very correct. People that don't propose say they're not for only anybody who then convict, they're not for only pay the fine or a forfeit property we don't acquire, they also for make sure say they ban them for public office. Well, with this, the issue of governance now something where President Bill they treat very seriously. Now that make a prepare for leadership all these years. Already as at the talk, a bill day before Parliament, we then call the Anti-Corruption Amendment Act 2019. Part of the thing that way they seek anybody who is convicted of a corrupt offense, for be fined, a very serious amount of money, and for be banned from holding public office for a stipulated period of time. And this is the one very important. This country don't reach point who for stop for celebrate certified state criminals, right? Bomber without number and what have you. I think that one is very important. So somebody don't say now waste of taxpayers' resources for do this audit. Well, probably will be need for tell people the end. The Minister of Finance make them very clear, categorically clear. Yesterday at the launch of the audit, say this was funded by the Department for International Development, DFID. For sure, say even the international development partners they don't tire with we for this corruption business. Now they fund this special audit, right? So Salone government only spends until like 10% for conduct the audit. So this was fully paid for by DFID.
And people also they ask say why 2015 to 2018 and not the whole 10 years.
Well, no, I will just tell them people then they say 2015 to 2018 already don't give something like 1 billion. So if you go back 10 years, before they talk about 5 billion. So when a whooping amount of money, but this is not other people that fund this thing.
So
they don't want to fund
any plan for audits, other sector them.
Well, I know say other the traditional audits that they go on, audits and traditional audits that they go on. This one now being areas then with the high spending ministries were particularly vulnerable to corruption. Now that make them choose them.
And quickly, Mr. Minister, before we cover to the other guests them for respect to message them, waiting go get for happen after the 30th of June if the money are not be paid.
Well, where the Minister of Finance been giving statement yesterday in overview, right, and background and overview, it mentioned and say, look, or during Q&A it say anything where the recommendations of this audit, they go forward to the Attorney General's office. The Attorney General will advise on next steps. Right. So for telling say the BO-led administration now a government will care about due process. Yeah. For the APC, as long as you talk about corruption, then we'll always say anything. But why am I surprised? This parable they by English, they say turkeys will never vote for Christmas. Because at Christmas, they slaughter turkeys. So once the anti-corruption business, they expect APC forever support them.
Because they know. Quickly, respond to messages then.
Well, I tell plenty thank you for the possible call say the
One person.
no, at least we get this not to like score mark. At least I get 2-3 people.
One person.
Gentlemen, we're not talk on the
forget
issues.
it.
Time
Anyway,
will not get enough.
at the end of the day, the person will say this not distractionary action by the SLPP government for dissuading from the 1-year report of their stewardship to the people of Sierra Leone. The same time, in 2007, 2008, we were in control, national cohesion, we were on top of it, despite the global crisis, crunch down on the economies of the world, the increase in price of basic commodities. We cushion now for people them, we order enough rice, and we went without the crisis where we get now. And even the flagship program where SLPP the boast of, when the education flagship program, they never get the anchor for it. Up to now, as we speak, public exam fees have not been paid. There is a risk that people are not going able to sit public exam if they not pay now. So these are the issues. When you're not even able to allow people them for bake proper bread, one young man buy bread 1,000, he put in inside, he and go inside. And they say, hey, boy, the filling station when I get now for the pump them bread here. These are the social issues they hold the street sides there, because we're not ministers again. We are out there with the grassroots and we listen to the commentaries. And water, amount there, then people they need to give water.
Somebody say
they need to give water, they need to give proper electricity. These are the issues. Bread and butter politics, they don't throw them out, and it was mainly in their manifesto.
Somebody say they trivialize such sensitive issues like this. We get for do with the taxpayer the money.
Exactly. I'm not trivializing it. I don't even make a strong statement on how strong we feel about fighting corruption and how we did our own part. If these people they can't fight, if this government they can't fight corruption, they're not for trivialize them. Right. They're not for go outside of the rules, the laws. You see, we are a law-abiding country. We have a constitution, we have the rule of law, we have parliament, we have judiciary, we have the executive. But the minister, of course, when they say they will bring the report to the attorney general for make it take a decision whether to charge these people to court or not. This is exactly waiting for them for don't do for us, rather than the knee-jerk reactionary type action where they about all over the country now. They try to talk about say people and are thieves, people and are IMPs. Now then they can trivialize them. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, it's okay. Quickly, for me, I go say, like most other well-meaning Sierra Leoneans, I think the idea of these reports, they in place. And, you know, I think to me say yesterday, say, well, what if then we add health and education? So the calculator definitely not before popular figure. Agree. Because the ministry road and culture is they're huge, but I know say health and education a big man from them. So imagine them be added them to them they see we they downplay. Now make they say, oh,
but the minister say other reports and they
yes. And what are they say, Khadija? We did downplay them as a citizen because we allow the politician if we can't tell we say native now which aunt, native now which aunt. We for pull them politician and pan this talk. Make the professional then sit down then tell we two what's this thing. Because it is lost in the waves. That's the issue. Because honestly for me, when you hear the figures we involved, where you see person not tender $35 million bid, eh brah. If not big papa money say if you go make mine so pana $35 big million there. You make contract, you give us, you not tender, you not follow the process. Kaba say SLPP not they follow the process, this government not they follow the process. SLPP they say according to the report, UNASEF not they follow the process. So Uda really not they follow this process. Right. It's the same thing. And in the middle, it's the people who keep on suffering. Okay. So for we where the snap middle they look at these two people, what would they say? Let us go back to building institutions. Because for me, all this now fine thing, but then wait Auditor General report for 2018. Wait let commodity season at the same kind of thing. Vouchers will be missing, accounted for because institutions are not being built. Will they change government? We change minister? We should all.
Thank you.
The same I am parents only.
Thank you, David Cole, for your analysis them we make this morning and for consider between the two politicians them, and also the government spokesman, we the Minister of Information and Communication, Mohamed Raman Soare. Many thanks. We come at the studio.
Okay, officer, the wrap up.
No, we're not getting enough time. Come on, back from the APC. Many thanks. So you have come.
Come on, read the report. Next time, not call my own read the report.
And can give the position of the APC. Well, now they wrap up the program. Good morning, Salone.
No.
Plenty thank you to all we Facebook viewers. Them we see all on our comments. Them on our thank
you.
Read
the report.
So to meet back, me na Khadija Bangura. They say have a nice day.
And Mabel Kaba they say goodbye.
Khadija.
All right, family, stay tuned. That's our Good Morning Salone program. They come to you live and exclusive from we studio. We continue with more food programs and for this Wednesday morning, shortly in time from now.